welcome back to the studio. Reality Inspired with Ashley Inspyrz. Calling in the highest vibration of my light. Ascended masters and sages that want to bring in a healing, a understanding that is profound in wisdom and a softening to our humanness, human behavior, humanness. I don't have my sticky one. Let's go lighter. You can do it. Come on, baby. Oh yeah. I see you wanna. Don't burn my nail. I'll need a stick. I'll hold a stick here. Calling in the highest vibration of my light. Ascended masters and sages, the elements of the earth and the directions of the planet. May we open this container. It was a spark with love and wisdom to deepen our understanding of self, of our humanness. Thank you. May it be cleansed, clean, cleared, detoxified, loving you. Okay. Let's see. Let's do a little breath. So, hands on the knees. So you want them kind of locked in here. You're going to inhale. You flex the spine. No, we're gonna do a different one. So we draw the breath up. So from the root of your spine, your root chakra, all the way out. We're gonna get a little wider. Yeah, baby. Yeah, that feels a bit better. Yeah, you wanna see, I guess, I'm cross-legged. You get it. You know, this is all still trial. So find those sits bones really rooted in that. Take the inhale, your arms are locked. You're pulling up navel to spine, sex organs, pelvic floor, pubic bones, sits bones, anus, drawing all the energy up to the back of the belly button, pulling it up to the spine. So you're kind of pulling the front of the body and the back of the body together. You're bringing that energy all the way up to the center of your head. So you're going to imagine, you don't really have to imagine, it's actually there. Your pineal gland right in the center of your head, like that pine cone. And you're drawing that energy up. You're going to hold the breath. Lock it. Flex the spine. So you arch, you round. And when you're gonna run out of breath, you come back to center and you exhale. Inhale. Roll it all the way up. Arch. And back. So you're getting this stretch. And center. One more time, draw it up. Navel, sex organs, pull all that energy up that's dormant. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up to the crown. Hold it, flex. Center. We've been on one. We're on one, and it's a beautiful one. And I want to share that the opportunity we have here for ourselves and our growth is that of exponential proportions to the understanding of how we operate as humans in the world and what we accept for ourselves and what we are willing to accept for ourselves, and of a what am I looking for here? What I feared the most came true. From the beginning of time, what I dreamt came true. And that is an incredible recognition that I have come to in the last couple of weeks. And really last night was the holy moly. I created this. This is all my worst fears. And that looking where I didn't want to step, that, you know, you see the car crash and you're just like, oh, wow, whoa. Oh, I see the car crash. Whoop, don't look. Oh, don't look. Oh, don't look. Oh, you know, it sucks. It sucks. And I watched my car crash. I got in my car crash. I knew when I could have stepped out of my car crash, and I didn't. There was a need in me, a hunger in me to want to make it different. I would like to say that there was a higher self and a lower self, and in the throes of making a decision and then getting sick with the vid that brought on a lot of mental turmoil for me personally. I don't know if anybody else experienced that, but when the 2 times that I got it, mentally I was really down. The lower vibrations of myself were very present, and my thought forms were not clean and clear, and I had a choice point, and I made a choice, and I said, this stops today. This is it. This is the end. I am no longer gonna walk this path, and I get to be out unscathed, fairly unscathed, without any major repercussions, all health and wellness and well-being intact. But seeing that it wasn't gonna be a good thing down the road. Having that foresight, and I saw that, and I had an opportunity to step away, and in fact I did step away. I was like, okay, I see what's happening here. This is not my dream. I don't want this dream. I don't want this dream for you. I don't want this dream for me. Let's not have this dream. And I was firm in it. And yet when I told myself, disciplined myself, gave myself the opportunity to have the will to allow it to end and say, okay, if I'm in control here, I'm gonna say this is ending, clear line drawn in the sand. And then with this mental turmoil of feeling the vid, I lapsed. My decision lapsed. And with my decision lapsing, I held strong for a few months. I was staying with it. I was on the program. I was like doing the thing. But it felt like a suffering, and it felt like a separation from, and I didn't want to live there anymore. And with that understanding that I didn't want to live there anymore, and then going back on my word and choosing to do it again and making it right somehow in my mind, what a beautiful witness to observe myself and the trust that I have in myself to not be fulfilling, to not be on my side, to not be that of possibility, but to that be of a small mind, to that be to justify myself as the master manipulator, the master villain, yet also innocent, and really just the victim here. It wasn't me, and it's not fair. But I can do it. Who's gonna stop me? Oh, I have to stop me. I had an opportunity to stop me. And I went back on my word. I separated myself from my higher self, from my higher power. When all I could have done was maybe ask for a beat, take a pause, and say, you make no choice until you are fully aligned with the choice that you want to make, until you are fully aligned with the yes of it. And that if there is anything in your field that is a no, yeah, but no, it always ends up this way, or I always feel this way after, but it's good, it's all good. I mean, it's good when you're on the ride, and then you fall off of it. And as it progresses, it kind of picks up momentum. As the sloppiness continues to get more and more sloppy, as in a little more lazy, not enough attention in the fortitude of it, or in your agreement with it. When that agreement gets sloppy, you need to stop and check yourself before you wreck yourself, because if it is not a yes, it has got to be a hold up. Wait a minute. What am I doing here? And in my case, I knew what I was doing. And my own judgments were brutal. Nobody else was judging me but me, and they were brutal. And in that brutal beating myself up, the battle, the internal struggle that I was having with myself and the choices that I was making in my life, I was asking for it to stand for something greater. And I knew my lesson and my education was gonna be in that. I knew I was gonna learn something from it. But when you hold on to something a little too tightly, and you're a little too floppy around it, it is going to hurt. And it is going to not only hurt you, it is going to hurt everyone in your orbit in some way or another. Because that is how vibration, that is how inertia works. It picks up speed. We've all heard the avalanche. You know, the tidal wave that comes after the earthquake. For every something, every synapse, at the other end, there's something else. There is equal opposite reaction. Cause and effect. And I heard this thing recently of, what if light doesn't like travel at the speed of light, but rather what we see is the wave. Like if you were in a crowd of an auditorium and you see a wave of people coming up and through, it is the that is moving through you, that is creating this new vibration, this new frequency, this new inertia. And if your inertia is going in the opposite direction of where you think you're going, like if you're like, it's good, but I feel bad about it, and it's good, but oh, it doesn't always feel so great, and it's good. You're just lying to yourself at a certain point, and you got to get over yourself. And I say that like, just get over yourself. Yeah. And sometimes you have to go in and you got to go create the storm. And the only thing you can do once that storm is rolling is to weather the storm. To own it, to stand in it, to accept it for what it is, and to know that you truly are the creator, the master of this universe. So whatever you're a yes to, make sure you're saying no to something else. Whether it's the belief or the action, they are synonyms. Because whatever you are saying yes to, you are saying no to something else. And whatever you are saying no to, you are saying yes to something else. You are clarifying. You are asking. You are aligning. You are creation making. This is your creatrix. This is your life. And only you get to create the outcome that you want. And so, if you want the fairy tale, you gotta believe that the fairy tale can exist for you without hurting anyone else. And if you want the nightmare, you're gonna get that too. And you might get the fairy tale with the nightmare because of the conflicting beliefs. And you can look back in our mythology and Disney and see these patterns of human behavior. And when they are coming from a place of misalignment, of disinformation, of chaos, of a scattered point of view, of a scattered perception because of your holding environment, where you came from, you are going to get a real harsh reality. And that harsh reality is going to manifest as the circumstances, situations, series of unfortunate events that play forth in your world. And you gotta learn the hard way sometimes. If you are unable to get your brain and your heart on the same wavelength, asking for the same thing, going and knowing that it is a yes, that it is a worthy cause, that it is for you, it is what you are worthy of, it is what you are deserving of, and it feels good. Check all the corners. Everybody good? Corners are good. All is secure here? All is secure. We're secure. All right, this is a yes. Okay, I'm gonna step in this action. Another choice point comes up, and you're like, well, I kind of want to do it. I want that thing, but it doesn't really feel so good because I kind of have a little shame around that. I'm a little guilty, and that doesn't feel so good. That shame and that guilt around that. So, but you know, it's okay. Just, you know, won't tell anyone, and it's not gonna matter if I don't tell anybody. If I just omit that information, then nobody else can judge me, so I'm home free. That's not true. I mean, yeah, that's not true, because you're not home free. You're not even home. You are allowing someone else, one of your other aspects of self, you're letting them run the show. You're letting them get behind the ship, behind the steering wheel of the ship, and they are being reckless with your patterns. They are being reckless with your emotions, and it's just another aspect of you that is being reckless with yourself, like your villain, your judge. So you got to check your deep belief systems. What do you believe about yourself at the deepest level? What is true for you? And if that means fear, lack, limitation, you have a fear of success and a fear of failure, guess what? You're gonna get failure. You have a fear of becoming rich or a fear of being broke, you're gonna probably be broke. You have a fear of not being good enough or not being loved or being cheated on or not having a fully loving, unconditional relationship, but something more transactional. You're gonna get that. And we live in this world where we're all kind of moving through our own belief systems from our holding environment from when we were a child, and now we're moving through these, and they are not serving us.
anymore. Well, they are in a way, because then it's our opportunity to alchemize, to transmute, to own it. And so we are owning ourselves in this decision making. You are owning that you had this belief that led to that thing, that led to that other thing, that led to that other thing, and now it's really hard. Everything's tough. It's hard here. You're trapped here. You're not going to get out of here. It's like the dark dungeon. It's the stepmother keeping you, hidden in the cupboard under the staircase. It's the you making you wrong, and because of an event that you experienced at some point in time in your life that is giving you an identity that you have succumbed to, that you have accepted as your identity, that you are not ever going to be that person that you think you are. You're never going to be good enough. You really don't have much to offer. You are never going to get that experience because that's just for other people. So you're going to just work hard and then you're going to die. So just keep working hard and then one day you'll die and everything will be just fine. That was your life. The end. No. Record scratch. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. I'm here for the growth. I asked for the growth. I'm getting the growth. And it is not gentle. It has not been gentle, not one little bit. And you can call it a death and a rebirth, but I really find it as like this butterfly effect of metamorphosis of like, oh shit, that doesn't work. Let's come back, try something new again. Oh, that's not working. Let's come back to center, back to home. What is going to work for me? What is my higher self asking of me? And my higher self is asking of me is like, if you're not going to have the willpower and get in alignment with yourself and your decisions, and your belief systems are not in alignment with what your dreams are and what your goals are and what your expectations of self are, then you are going to fall flat on your face. And you are going to have to pick yourself back up again, because no one else is coming to save you. No one. Even if there were people in your orbit that you affected, they got to go figure out their own shit now, because they got shit to look at too. And you are left cleaning up your own tears, holding yourself, consoling yourself, loving yourself through your own destruction. Shiva. Hello. The Destroyer. You get to destroy your own life if you choose so. And then you also get to reclaim it. You get to reclaim your divine essence, the power within you. You get to talk to your body, to your mind, to your heart. You get to talk to your root, your yoni. You get to talk to your dick and balls. You get to communicate the life that you want, that you are deserving of, that you are asking for. And you can go by trial and error, throwing grenades, putting fires out, or you can be a little more intentional, or a lot more intentional about where you're dreaming. Staying in your own lane and dreaming what is possible for you. So not living in a regret, but in a acceptance and forgiveness of looking and being like, oh shit, I did that because of my belief systems, and that sucks. And this kind of sucks where I'm at right now. And I don't really want to be here anymore. And so you gotta save yourself, babe. My little one. You gotta save yourself. If you are not conscious of your belief systems, if you are not conscious in what steps you are taking in this world, you will slip and fall on someone else's karmic shit that is just perfect for your karmic shit. And you will create a disaster, perfect storm that is gonna hurt, and it is not gonna be gentle, and it's gonna be a struggle. And it's gonna give you insight, and it's gonna give you understanding, which is great for your evolution and your developmental process as a being on this planet. But it is not going to be very fun. And so my message to you is that if you want to keep the fun, live this life, dream a beautiful dream, the greatest good for all. If someone else is going to be harmed, it's a no. If you are going to be harmed, it is a no. If you are in danger, it is a no. You have to make these decisions within yourself in this world. Otherwise, inertia will come up with all your fear, with all your guilt, with all your past transgressions, with all your sins. And say, hey, what's up? You want to be bad? Now you're real bad. You didn't think you were good enough? Guess what? You're not. You thought you were going to live in lack and limitation your whole life? You are. Oh, you thought you were going to be an addict? You are an addict. Oh, you don't have the willpower to separate yourself from that? Gotcha. Gotcha. You are. Whatever you believe and whatever you accept for true as your identity is exactly who you will be. So you have to change your identity consciously, asking for the freedom, for the liberation, and the transformation and the inspiration that you are worth so much more than your preconceived perception and limited perception and purview of yourself. If you ask me, I'm like, I think highly of myself. But when I'm alone, I don't think that highly of myself. I think I'm a little sloppy. I think I could show up a bit better. I think I could make a heck of a lot less excuses. I think I could take care of some stuff that I just put off. And I'm not here for that anymore. I'm not here to live that life. I'm not here to live that experience. I'm not here to have that journey. I am creating a new dream of this reality. And a part of me wants to call it a fairy tale because I truly want it to be magical and uplifting and serve me and my community and my people and you I truly want it to be an uplifting experience for all of us, to lift this dark vibration of sick, of dis-ease, of disharmony, of mental illness. It's possible if you continuously remind yourself that you are not any of those things that hinder you, that hold you back, that are coming from a fear-based, that are coming from scarcity, that are coming from not enoughness or to be too different. You know, you have to be so fortified and deep in yourself to awaken to what is possible for you. You have to trust yourself. Trust is huge. I'm starting a Mistress council, and I want to support any woman, female-bodied, please, that has been the other woman or has stepped out on their relationship to seek other avenues, but in secret. Not like a open polyamory, but more of a deceit affair or a cheating. Those are words that I have preconceived judgments around, and I don't want you to have that. I want you to know that this Mistress Council is to rebuild and re-fortify the trust within yourself, the trust within your body, within your heart, within your mind, and with your energetic field. Saying no to what you're a no to and saying yes to what is 100% yes, that there is no doubt that this is a good thing, that this is going to serve you. And so, judgment-free place, looking for maybe a Sunday morning call, maybe a Sunday afternoon call. That was just a time that was recommended to me. I want you to know that the judgment and the guilt that you carry on any decision that you are making in this world, whether it be drugs, alcohol, sex, whatever the bad habit is, it does not define you. You are not to be judged there, especially if you are the judge yourself. You are making a choice and then you are judging yourself on that choice. This can also look like, I want a cookie. I can't have a cookie. I want a cookie. I can't have a cookie. I want a cookie. I can't have a cookie. I want a cookie. You can't have a cookie. Fuck it. I'm gonna have the cookie. I want the cookie. It's my cookie. I'm gonna eat that cookie. Yeah, I'm gonna eat that cookie. Oh, what such a yummy cookie. Oh, this is a good cookie. These are my favorite cookies. I love this cookie. Good. But then comes in this other little voice and it says, oh, feeling kind of icky now. Yeah, and you're probably gonna show a little bit. It's gonna leave a mark. And all the sugar, that's really not healthy. And you said you weren't gonna have any refined sugar, and here you are having some refined sugar, and now you're gonna crash later. And but the cookie was so good, but it's probably not gonna be good for you. And this is why you can't be trusted. It's because you are breaking your own agreements with yourself. You are having this internal battle back and forth. Do I have the drink? Do I not have the drink? Do I have the drink? Do I not have the drink? Do I have the cheeseburger? Do I not have the cheeseburger? Whatever your choice is, it has to be a heck yes. And so if you want the cookie, have the cookie. I mean, don't overdo it. Stop, breathe, take a breath. That's a practice of mine as well. Is not going all in and like, bow, 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 but rather to to pause and to say, oh, you know what? That was actually all I needed. I'm gonna put this to the side and save this for later. I'm gonna have some leftovers here. You know what? I don't need that today. I feel good. I'm a no for that. Some days I'm a yes for that. Today I'm a no for that. And that feels good to make that choice. And that feels good to say, you know what? Just that little bit was all I needed. Or, oh wow, I ate the whole cookie. That was great. I love that cookie. That cookie brings me so much joy. I love that cookie. I'm so happy to eat that cookie. So, and that goes for other bigger choices that we make in our life as well. I had a client recently terminate a pregnancy, and we had to do a little energy healing on her because she was guilting herself on the choice that she made. She's a young woman. She's working on her professional career. She is not in a relationship with the person who was other in this partnership. And they also live in a different state, and there was a lot of things that were not in alignment. And she went back and forth and ultimately made the best decision for herself that she needed at this time. And thankfully, because of our laws in California, she was able to take the action that is best for her. But she was guilting herself and what ifing and what if and maybe and who knows and da 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 da. We had to refortify her trust within herself that the choice that she made was the choice that the best choice she could have made for herself. Because to make a choice and then to make that choice wrong, well, that's just a lack of integrity. There's no fortitude in that. There's no foundation in that. Well, what do I have to go off of? If you are not creating your own boundaries, your own expectations, your own drawing the line in the sand, and you're like, well, what? Maybe I should. Whiplash. Hello. So, the studio is getting loud as it is having people in here. I want you to know that I'm here for you if you need any support. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, ring your little doorbell for an episode of Reality Inspyrz. I know this is a little sloppy now. I don't have a proper microphone or anything like that, but I just need to start getting my reps in, and I need to start somewhere. So I appreciate your patience and your trust in just reality being inspired and me sharing what I'm experiencing in this reality and how I'm alchemizing it and rising above it and taking my power back from it, from a place of understanding that is profound, so that I am able to walk, represent, act, respond as a whole, complete individual that is building a trust system, an honor system within myself from the deepest level, from a cellular level, from a molecular structure level, that my energy remains mine And I do not give it away to anyone who wants to say I am a this or a that, but I own it. And it is not for anybody else to judge, to make wrong, to manipulate without my consent. Taking your power back and claiming the person that you are. What is your identity? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be someone that trusts themselves and is fortified in their word? I got a heck yes for that one. As an F yes. You are so loved. You are so worth it. This time that you are alive is so short. Do not suffer for your past transgressions, for your past sins, but allow yourself the freedom to uplift yourself, to save yourself, to rebuild that trust within yourself. You're human. Your life matters. You're gonna make some mistakes. You're gonna fuck it up. You can say you're sorry. You can accept your current circumstances and the outcome, and then you can do better. With strength, with solid footing, with knowing a little more wisdom, and that knowing that when you fall down or backstep a little bit, your tolerance for being there in that uncomfortable, self-loathing mess that you put yourself in, of the sufferer, of the tormented, of the judge keeping you down, that your tolerance for being there is much, much less. So you keep stepping into what it is you want to represent in this world. You are not defined by your past, but rather you are defined by your identity of yourself. This has been an episode of Reality Inspired with Ashley Inspyrz. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you all. Blessings to you. Please comment and let me know how this sits with you. And if you have any questions or need a clarity call or want to unpack it more, I'm so here for that. Much love on your journey.